Hello and welcome to How to Do Digital Advertising, a video series brought to you by Continify. My name is Josh and I'm the founder of Continify, a fractional marketing operations brand that focuses exclusively within the HubSpot ecosystem and integrated marketplace. This video series is a total of 6 short videos that gives you a glimpse into the world of digital advertising so that you can gain attention for your SaaS platform and share with the world all the amazing things you have to offer with your platform. In this first chapter, we will focus on how to determine the goals for your advertisement, whether that is attracting new potential customers, retargeting existing ones, or potentially upselling your existing customer base. Let's break down the different goals now. Before jumping into the goals, let's take a moment to analyze the digital advertising space. By 2026, the space is looking to hit over $800 million, and more than 75% of SaaS brands use social media advertising as a part of their outbound strategy, as well as spending upwards of $40,000 per month on Google AdWords alone. So what does this mean for your potential customers? Well, in the 1970s, the average person was exposed to anywhere between 500 and 1,600 ads a day. Fast forward to 2024, and although there are no official figures, the average person is estimated to see between 6,000 and 10,000 ads every single day. That's a lot of noise. So not thinking about the specific goals for your advertising, you might as well just be throwing paint on a wall and hoping someone calls it art. So what are the common goals of digital advertising? Well, there are 6 common goals, so let's start unpacking them now. The first goal of digital advertising is to simply build brand awareness. The reality is that when you first launch your SaaS brand, there are going to be very few people in the world who actually know you exist. Running digital advertising is probably one of the most effective ways to get attention for your brand. For branding purposes, 2 of my favorite advertising methods are YouTube bumper ads and Google Display. Both of these platforms have great reach, hyper targeting, and are cost effective. Brand awareness ads are more about impressions than converting your audience into paying customers. So cost per mile, or CPM, is your measurement of choice in this situation. Next up, the second goal of digital advertising is establishing authority. Over the last few years, we've seen a rise in personal branding where founders or executives are taking a more public approach and becoming celebrity-like. But doing this with your SaaS brand is just as important. Authority ads are about taking certain stances on how things should be or shouldn't be, as well as showcasing insights only you can create with your SaaS platform. Think about it in this way. We've all seen a Gary Vaynerchuk video. Whether you agree with his stance or not, the reality is he's captivating attention. And then people ask the question, well, what does he do? And then insert VaynerMedia. Taking an authoritative stance can also come across like Joe Rogan or Elon Musk. Less controversial, Neil Patel has a strong stance on search engine optimization and how to use it to get more visibility for your brand. So once you have a strong stance on how something should be, or you've got an incredible insight you think can shift people's perspectives, how do you get that idea out in the world? LinkedIn is an excellent platform for B2B marketing and establishing thought leadership. It allows you to target professionals based on job titles, industries, and company sizes, making it ideal for reaching decision makers and industry experts. Secondly, video content is powerful for demonstrating expertise and building trust. YouTube's advertising platform allows you to reach a wide audience with engaging video content that can showcase your brand's knowledge, capabilities, and stance on how things should be. When it comes to establishing authority and being a thought leader, the idea is you are presenting an opinion on how things should be. These types of ads should rarely end with a sales pitch. It is more about sharing who you are and what you think, and then if people align with those values or opinions, like Gary, they then ask themselves, well, what do they have to offer? Moving into the third goal of digital advertising, and probably the most chosen goal, is lead generation. The drawback over the years, however, with digital advertising as a lead generation strategy is that modern buyers are becoming less likely to want to speak to sales, so the days of running an ad, catching the attention of potential buyers who click and then convert on your landing page for a sales demo is becoming less of a reality. People are more likely to want to research not only your SaaS platform, but also your competitors before they choose to speak to sales. Thinking this through means when running your advertising, you need to think about your ads as a research and education tool versus a pure sales motion. You can still run your advertising campaigns that take this fast route, and you'll get some, but you'll most likely see over time less and less conversions. When it comes to digital advertising platforms, social media, search engines, and other solutions like Beehive and Spotify are great for reaching buyers, and it's not until you test each channel that you'll truly be able to know which ones work. In the third in the third chapter of this series, we'll deep dive into picking the right platforms more, but a lot of this process is a giant experiment in data analysis. The fourth goal of digital advertising is engaging accounts. This advertising method can go in one of two ways. The first and most common approach is advertising retargeting. The concept here is someone engaged with your brand but didn't complete your end goal conversion point. Instead of allowing them to ghost you, you run retention campaigns on Google and social media platforms that keep your brand top of mind and present them next steps. Like lead generation, although this retargeting play has changed a bit over the years. What you used to do is add someone to an audience list and practically run the same advertising campaign over and over, something like book a demo with XYZ until someone took action. These days, that approach gets expensive. Instead, think about the customer journey and where current contacts are at. Create multiple audience lists, and instead of asking them to book a demo, instead think about the next thing you can teach them about your platform or the problem they are trying to solve. Retargeting ads these days are more about building trust and rapport than they are about closing deals. Once they've interacted with one of your retargeting, move them on to the next audience list. Think about this like Hansel and Gretel and the breadcrumbs. If you skip too many breadcrumbs, you're likely to get lost. But if you are consistent with them, you can trust you'll be able to find your way. Like brand awareness, retargeting is more about impressions than clicks. So YouTube bumpers and Google display ads are your best options here. Next to last, the fifth goal of digital advertising is customer acquisition. Now, you may be asking yourself, how is this different than lead generation? But in my opinion, lead generation is top of funnel and more about demand generation, whereas customer acquisition is at the bottom of the funnel and is all about conversions. By the time someone is bottom of funnel, they're educated on your capabilities and have most likely spoken to sales and completed a free trial if available. These types of advertisements are all about closing deals versus just trying to capture attention. When it comes to creating these ads, they should be highly personalized because at this point, you should know exactly who you are advertising to and what their pains and aspirations are. Two great platforms for closing deals are YouTube non-skippable video ads and Google Display. With YouTube's non-skippable video ads, users aren't able to skip your message without listening to the whole video. Although this ad is more expensive, considering there is a high intent to buy and you've vetted this list before adding people to the audience list, it's worth the cost. And these videos speak about the specific pains your potential buyers have expressed and how you've solved those pains for your current customers. You could also have your actual customers share this firsthand with a video case study. With Google Display, think about the outcomes your potential buyers want and share metrics showcasing the outcomes your current customers are getting that align with those outcomes. People love proof and knowing that they aren't the first customers and you've gotten a solid reputation for delivering results. Lastly, the sixth goal of digital advertising is sales growth. Again, you're probably like, we just spoke about customer acquisition. How is this different? With sales growth, the concept is upselling your existing customer base. You see this play a lot with product-led growth in freemium platforms. Like retargeting ads, you can create specific segments of your customer based on their platform usage to upsell them additional functionality or seats. Pair this with your email marketing and CSM outreach, and you have found yourself a pretty potent mix. Again, the best two platforms here are YouTube Bumper and Google Display Ads because the concept again is staying in front of your customers, so impressions are the game versus clicks. Now that you know some of the most common goals of digital advertising, let's next get into the details and think through your target audience and who you want to be showing your advertising to. I can't wait to see you there.